Okay, hello again. This is Saul, and I believe that I am streaming live now. Again, sorry, I have a new setup here, and I can tell it to start streaming, but it doesn't seem like it always does stream. So when anybody gets here, please say hey. So anyway, my mission for today, as I was saying before, but I guess I was online, I decided to put vdaw on the back burner for the moment until I figure out more transcript stuff and figure out why that's not working, as you saw yesterday. So just for today is a little bit of a one-off, I think, or one or two off anyway. I'm going to look at some visit issues, or pull requests anyway. We've got some number of pull requests here that have been languishing, or it's been a couple months. Pull requests, wow, some here from mid-September. And anyway, so I should go through those and get a couple of them merged, and that'll be a good hour worth of work or so. So that's my plan for today. So I'm looking at this issue here. Here's the bug filed by Slim about, so I think it's just a bad error message when we delete a macro. So we're going to create a macro and then down and stop the macro. We're going to bind it to R is a bound key, so that's not right. But I guess I can try it as ZQ or something. That's interesting. Use JSON LA file type to save as JSON LArrays format. Let me see. Oh, you know why? Okay, I see. Because I only did the down things here. So that's going to be a little bit short. I go to the cat. That's in visit data. No, now it's in fig visit data. ZQ. And it should be empty, like we're saying, and it sure enough is. And so if I actually do this instead of Shift F and ZQ, yes. So we're going to, I'm going to turn this off. I have a visit.rc file that on other computers is options disk expert. Let's see, disk expert. No. Help. Disk. There we go. Disk help flags. I think it's just none. Oh, I see. I can't actually look at the. That's gruesome. There we go. Okay. So yeah, we're going to turn off everything. This was help flags. This is the most recent version. So I'll hopefully turn off this. Okay, great. Okay, this is like create a macro and do, I don't know, frequency analysis on that. And go into here, doesn't matter. Oh, I can't. I don't want to do that. Okay, well then, let's just EQ. That's egregious. So Q has those things in there. Okay. So now to delete the macro, should remove it. Let's see here. think I just need to go to the macros sheet, open macros. Macros sheet, okay, it should be called open macros. I should probably rename that. I delete that one. I should delete it all. Commit, yep. Great. And if I look into, these guys are all deleted, macros has nothing in it. I don't know, it feels like I'm doing the right thing. I think that maybe they're talking about if you delete the macro, yeah. I may have to ask somebody here, whether it's Slimkeepy or How you, sorry, how you, I butchered your name. What the deal is, because I am not seeing this issue. Yeah. And I gotta be honest, a lot of reviewing these PRs is gonna be a little bit boring work. It won't be as exciting as raw coding would be. But this is necessary part of software maintenance, so I'm kind of happy to expose it here. Oh, how do I deal with this? So, oh, I see. Okay, it's within the program. So if we launch the program again, which is what I'm used to, we do this, create a macro, do that, fine, and then save the macro to, he says R, but anyway, Q. And then now we go and macro sheet. And then do it here. Commit. And then now if we try to type Q, it'll do this. Whereas if I go in here and type, oh, it'll just work. Okay, so yeah, I see. So we have to actually delete that from the macro bindings. That's fine. Gosh, what is keystrokes in the long name? How did you come up with this? Sure looks AI generated. I'm not super excited about taking AI generated code that I don't understand. I may understand this halfway, but first of all, let me go in here and do this thing that I was mentioning here. We're going to make an alias for 3, 4. Because if I open the column sheet, it's a column sheet. So let's look at open. Yeah. And then I look for sheet. Command log sheet should be open. Command log. Okay, there's a bunch of sheets. Yeah. Actually, it's not funny. It's threads. Let me actually do this here. So I'll pull these off here. Yeah. Okay. And then we're going to go to the next ones. Yes, yes. No, no, no. Okay. Oh. Join sheet calls? No. Save sheet? No. Not sure why I'm doing all this right now, but that's sometimes what happens. Okay, so these are the ones, plot sheet. These are the ones that would transition to an open, except for save sheet. Which it's a very minor thing, but for consistency, I think that would be the better way. So, duplicate alias, we've got the old and the new. That was unfortunate. From to. So we're going to go from macro sheet to open macros. And we're going to go in here to macros, not macOS, macros. Would be a fair amount of work to do them for each of them, but let me see if I can't find the list here again. Command log sheet. Sheet. This might be a wild goose chase. I might have to ask, I may want to ask people if this is, try this. I think it's better, and that way I actually have macro. wlog. You know, here's macro. I think I shouldn't do this now. Seems like a good thing to do in general to clean this up, but I'm not in a good frame of mind to be making want changes at the moment. So we're gonna check this out. Get rid of this stuff. Try going back here. So when you delete something, we remove the command, we unset it and unbind it. Let's see what this person says here. No comments, just. Joyeau. Well, we did invite these things in the community here, so in the absence of anything terrible, I think we should just accept this here. Right now I'm thinking about the remove command API. Let me see if that's a reasonable thing to have an add command and then just add remove command right below it. I guess that makes some kind of sense, huh? Okay. Well, you're right, how I am seeing some symmetry here. So, okay, let's do a very simple edit here, just to get rid of this gruff. I don't know why there's that spaces on line 34 here. Tabs even. Okay, how? Let's see how this. Okay, I'm gonna see if this does fix this here. Let's check out house branch. And so I have to actually add a remote here. Yes, do I have to remote add how you do. Okay, well, let's just try running this thing here and see what happens. We do this, we're going to do a frequency on that, we're going to bind macro to Q, going to open the macro sheet, delete the macro, I like that message. I see. Well, regardless here, if I do a Shift Q, okay, so that's interesting. So it does remove it, but it doesn't undo it. It is, yeah, what this should do is make it so that the base command is back, but it overrode it so it couldn't possibly. So, And if we go back into it and come back out, it does work. I made it to accept it. Oh, hey, Adam. Sorry, Cthulhu Hoops. Nice to see you. I am working on some vdaw PRs at the moment, working through them. It's always a open question about, well, what level I want to dive into something like this. I think that I'm going to accept it as it is here. Squash and merge. I don't need credit for this. Okay, and then this here, audios, oh, well, good to see you, and hope that you have pleasant dreams. It's not quite bedtime for me just yet, but I'll see you on the astral plane shortly. Have a good night. Okay. Great. One down. So let's look at here. MIDI Chef always has good PRs. Oh, and they're always so in depth too. So I don't know how MIDI Chef finds these things, but it seems fine. Sure, why not? Yep, so let's just go ahead and take it. Squash and merge. One, there's two. One command. That seems fine. Okay, another one down. Let's look at me stop. Okay. Well, wait a second. Does this add a whole other line? Does. Oh. Well. Wow. How does that? Okay, so let's see here. Seaborn. It's clever, but I don't know I like it. It's difficult to read, but not compatible with a screen reader. I think I'd prefer to have it. Hello, I guess Astronaut Love Triangle. I'm not sure if that's your real name, but welcome. Is that an icon of a whale? I guess so. So I'm looking at this PR for visited at the moment here, which adds some stuff to the y-axis, or well, both axes actually, and then better labels for Seaborn, which that makes total sense to me. But yeah, I think I'd rather have the total steps, well, this stuff up there at the top as a single title as opposed to on the side. All seems fine. I think I'm just going to address the main issue. I don't strictly care about Seaborn. I think it does seem better that Seaborn would do that. I don't think I like it. for the main canvas interface. It just seems messy. Well, the bottom is okay. They're right, though, that... Let me make a comment here. I'm wondering if you could show the, what do you think, Wombat? You could show the title. So if we do, I do have this. If I get, I think I put this in there. And then play that. Well, that's fine. Let's find out here. Will that happen with this? OK, and then check out me stop go. And so if I do this here, okay, they all turn off also, but it doesn't. Oh, you know, that honestly, that also is the case, that if we have multiple things being shown, total steps, I see, because if I have actually, let's just do like a size over 2 thing here, and then plot them both. Yeah. Okay, sorry, me stop. I think that oh, hey, Anya. You missed it. Sounds like you're here. I'm just reviewing some PRs here and trying to make a little bit of a dent in our backlog. Since they would get turned off with me, like the other legends, this would save that screen real estate, and they could get turned off and be like the legends. Okay, let's see what we stop says to this. Okay, responded to that one. Let's. Oh, okay, fine. I will look at this one here. It's always challenging to. Oh, it's just the docs change. I thought it would be different. Oh, okay. That's nothing at all. That's fine. Let's just go ahead and merge this. $28.86. I don't think that's going to be. Oh. Is he doing this in response to something? No, it's not. Okay. Fine. Number of header rows. So this one has been approved already, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and merge it. I don't really feel like switching to the new experience, Microsoft. I think so. Yeah, let's just merge this. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, I don't mind your issues here. Let's just merge it. No commits. Okay. And then let's look at L status max. Fix sheet list substr dupe. Wow. Sheet list duplication in the status bar. Huh. Wow. That's egregious. Thanks, MIDI Chef, for dealing with this. Really? Off by a factor of 2. Huh. Yeah, look at that, because of course it's taking the. Yeah, I gotcha. Honestly, it probably should be the other way. It should probably, let's look there. It should probably that middle truncate. I'm only used in one place. Okay, great. This is fast. Oh, I see it. It's the one that divides by 2. So honestly, we should be passing in the max width and then having this thing divide by 2. I'm going to do the other way. Yeah. Okay, let's actually talk here. That's a good surgical change, but I think it would be cleaner if we pass the field width into middle truncate and then do the math vision side. Thanks, MIDI Chef, for finding a fix on this. edit this file here. Should be pretty straightforward. I'll just do it right here. Famous last words. I'll pass the max width in there, and then the max middle truncate is 149. This is over that, and this is that. Okay, I'll let MIDI Chef look at that and consider it rather than just merging it proactively. Okay, so let's go back here. We've got a non-existent aggregator. Okay. Okay. Oh, and there's a traceback too. I see. So if I'm going to add, that seems fine. Why did that work? Okay. I don't understand what the issue is. So I mean, oh, is it just that no. It's not going to let us do that. How did we get here then? Huh. I'm not seeing that traceback. What are you seeing here? Did we somehow fix this already? No. So how does this work? If I run add call aggregate. Oh, is it add call aggregate? Wait, I might be missing the command here. Let's look at the actual command. Aggregate. Add call aggregate. Oh, it's not. Okay, I see. Let's do this. Now I get that. Okay, so this is for add call aggregate. Okay, you're right. That just fixes it. Okay, sounds good. Okay, and then we're going to base merge, yes. Okay. here's make the shebang work on Mac OS. Awesome. We're just gonna take it. I think I was waiting for it to be checked, but they provided good references. I know about env. Yeah. Why was that reverted? Why was that reverted? Get blame does the data. 38. So we're at 38, right? I'll assign 45 in here. Oh, I see. Oh, do I see? Oh, let's see, it's reverted. Why was it reverted? Feels like there might be something here. Hashbang. Shebang. Fourth. Yeah, so it's there for a month. I don't know why that was. Well, I'll take it for now. Let's merge it. Confirm. And then I wanted to look at the bug that it should have fixed here. Okay, yeah. Okay, good enough. I asked for it. They gave it to me. That seems good. Okay, let's look at... Oh, I already did this one. No, that's right. Okay, so let's look at this one here. Preserving the type. Determine the aggregator for mean, average, and median. I really do like the idea of being able to use statistics.mean. Huh. That is super weird. And thank you, Pikiste, I think that is your handle, for this work here. I don't understand. Let's look at the any type here. It's so close. The name. Why would that be? that seems interesting that so wait a second. So let me look at this again here. Okay, let's look at that. Look at the actual individual loaders here. Let's just go to the TSV loader. Well, so it's not that. It's in. I think this might be the reason why any type doesn't work. It's very specifically, well, it should only be for those particular type values, so never mind about that. This might be it here. So we're very specifically not an any type. We are the ID type, or not the ID, it's yeah. Yeah, so I think what's happening here in regard to this conversation, we said, I was like, why don't you use any type as the identity function? That's what it's meant for, and the key stays like it doesn't pass these tests. So I guess what happens is that it is doing this, the display wrapper here has the displayed value as based on the actual underlying cell type. And so if I go through this data here, and you look at this, if we were to make this size be an any type column, then it's going to see how it shows those numbers, the number signs there, and it also should format it. No. Let's do float size. And then, yeah, exactly. We type it as that versus so it's not quite what I'm saying, but it is. It's the right idea. You'll see that if we go to make it be a type, a float, then we'll get 2 decimal points, which is what we have in our save files. And if not, it turns into 1 decimal point, which is modestly different. I think the thing that I'm worried about with this particular PR is that we'll set the average So we'll say put an average on there and then freak out on the thing. We'll set this to be an average. But if we use this, okay, well, we're just going to look at it. We're going to add their row 2. It can stay. Oh. Push, vork. Wow. Okay, and then check out. So if I look here and add an average, and then so that's interesting. Why does that? You know, it's funny. Looking at this change, like it's definitely better the way that he's got it, but that makes me think that the way that it's currently acting is incorrect. So we should be changing this so that if you have an any type column, these float values should be formatted like we expect them to be, 2 decimal points. I don't quite mind the right justification or not. Yeah, I mean, we could also, I don't know, I think it's one way, it's fine either way, but the number of decimal digits is an interesting difference. So who's doing that? Who is doing that? I don't think it's, let's find out. Types, no. Aggregators, maybe, no. Column, leave it as there. And otherwise, it would be sheets. No, there's no actual users there. So who is it just column? How could that be? Okay, it must be in here. Gosh, this is a fun time. Okay, so we're gonna try changing this here. We're gonna, not this one. This is the one I think that is doing it. Let's find out. Format type val. Let's find out. Average. Okay, so it is this. So how is that cascading? Oh, well, okay. First of all, this is his change. Of course not. Okay, so let's check this out here. We're gonna check out the vdaw branch. That's the problem here. So if I comment this out, the whole thing anyway. So set an average, freak out on that. Okay. Say that's any type. Oh, I bet it is this. No. Okay, we're actually gonna average, freak, set that, and then save off this. It's gonna be issue 2868. Okay, so that is. Oh. Well, that certainly can't be it. Yeah. Well, this is fun times. So. Yeah, I think this is actually kind of fruitful. I want to figure this out. I could just take this PR. I think that I really, again, appreciate your diligence, Pinky Stay, on this. But I think it'd be better if we fix it at the root, which is kind of the MO that I have for vdaw. Let's fix it once and for all. Make things better along the way for everybody. But I'm having a hard time finding out why it is doing that. So let's continue down this rabbit hole here. Got my displayer. It's not just the display. I think it's the formatter. It has to be the formatter because it's actually happening in the save files too. And here's the formatter. That's the one I just commented out there. Format value. That one shouldn't matter at all because it's not a dict list or tuple. Oh, I see. It's the formatter associated with the any type, which I guess is in types. There's the formatter. And so if there isn't a formatter, what does it do? Or GTK type. So this is V type. If there's no formatter, it uses the numeric formatter. Is that right? Is that it? It might be slower. That might be the. Oh no, it's in any type though. Huh. So in the any type case, instead of doing numeric formatting, it's going to just stringify it. Honestly, maybe this formatter is the problem, and it should just not be. This is good for speed, but this one, yeah, you just want that. Okay. Huh. Okay, well, I think that we're going to try this here. Types line 99, changing the anytype, removing the anytype shortcut formatter, and using the numeric formatter. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? We're going to do a little bit more here to see what the plain situation is. And if this was more recently done than the other code there. So we added it, that's been a while. So that's the, oh, I see, this is, no, we've added things since then. Gosh, this code is 6 years old. Yep, and it moved for a while. This was back when we had vdaw as a primary. Oh, it's been a long time ago. Well, okay. That's been there from the get-go. And actually, I think this vd type, any type, yeah, it's been there since then too. This predates the numeric formatter, I believe. Alt formatter? Yeah. Okay, well, yeah, I kind of think the answer here is to remove this formatter from any type, use the default numeric formatter, and then, honestly, I probably could use the same formatter for anything here. Is there anybody who doesn't? Okay, that's a valid different formatter. But everything else, I mean, okay. Yeah, let's do this. So, thanks, Vicky. Stay. We're gonna try running the tests here with that in mind. We're gonna take your difference, your out. We're going to make this change here. Okay. We're going to run tests. Oh, I may have, this is probably going to fail because I need to install all of the libraries. I don't think they're installed here yet. No Python. May have other testing issues here besides this. Comment. Okay, fine. Pip x inject. All right. I tell you? Install effects. Okay, I'm just screw it up. Oh, it's not. I have this alias for sudo apt-get install, and instead I added install, so that would be being foolish. Okay, now we're going to pipex inject. Will that work? Oh, I see. Inject requirements for visiting. I shouldn't do that though. Okay, and then now we can hit install requirements. Next. And then we'll be able to run all these tests, hopefully, and it'll work. Okay, well, tests. I think this seems ultimately better than using ultimately better to use type only to get consistent okay. So let's see here. This is a different set of tests that are not working. The one the key stay mentioned is working. So let's see here. Why? Import Python. Oh. This seems kind of legit. So the idea is that if we have an any-type column, we're still going to see only 2 digits of a float. I think that's legit. No. Okay, so here's how this breaks. Here's how this doesn't work. We go into a JSON file. Is it true? Because if it's in, it has to be actual valid numbers, not just strings. I think that it's going to auto type things. Wait, in JSON now? Oh, I see, they're all strings. So that's a little bunk. This should be numbers at least. Then it comes out as, okay, yeah, it comes out as numbers. So if I actually had like a float in here, let's just suppose that we make this unit as a proper float. And then save that. Yeah, we're gonna save it out there. And so the float's gonna be there, that's fine. And so here we go. These numbers here now are showing only 2 decimal points, but if there's more, it will not show them. It will show. Oh, because this is now it's a string. Well. Yeah. Okay. So this is me trying to think deeply about the typing here. So basically, we want floats to be formatted properly, but the current behavior formats them more helpfully or something. It's like you haven't said the whole column is a float, so you want to see more precision or all the precision or something. Maybe? I'm not so sure about that. It's definitely a breaking change. Or a different change anyway. Check that out. So that's why for here, that's the case. Which I can kind of accept that. This one here, I think, is exactly what I'm talking about, where in the spreadsheet we have the numbers, and we're going to gain, it's gaining false precision, but it's also kind of okay. I don't know. And this is the question. I mean, it's kind of asking in both cases, like, are they the same? I can see why I'd want to know the exact level of precision that was in the source file, even if the data is numeric. And then only when I coerce the column type to a literal numeric type would it do the forced formatting. So I can see that. However, for certain formats where the column type is set, and maybe it's set by detecting the types of the first row or 2 or 10 or whatever, which is a feature that people have been asking for. So even if it's not there now, it may be there at some point in the future. Means that you'll see you won't see the value anyway, the proper precision, the true precision of the value. But then looking at the other side of this, where we're actually looking at the aggregator misformatting, which is exactly what Pekistay's PR is about, do we want this other precision? Do we want this behavior? I mean, it seems like we do. I guess I'm trying to figure out whether this is a hack where he's trying to get the behavior that we want over here anyway. Like, look at this one again here. Why is it so, everything is so tricky. Preserving the type returned by the aggregator. I think what he said was that would allow us to use statistics.mean. Yeah. I really do like this. This PR ultimately. Okay. So if we go for removing the default formatter for any type and letting it be a numeric formatter, we're going to get a fixed amount of precision on an any type column, which is at least a -1 in my book. Okay, so the difference, the reason why it was different in Pekistay's PR is because an aggregator is not source data. And so we're not going to have the same challenge there. Like the real direct reason we want to keep this any type behavior as it currently exists is because data comes in all kinds, the source data comes in all kinds of formats and mess ups and whatever, and this is the exact reason I don't put types on columns, even though I think that we could know what they are, or think what they are, is that you don't want to have the types being inferred and get them wrong or wind up missing something about the precision because you assumed that was the case. And it's not even that you assumed it, it's that the program put that on you. It might even be right 98% of the time. But in that 2% of the time, when you just wouldn't even think to look, it is, you at least want setting it to any type to do the right thing, which is to show you exactly what you have there. Even all of its misformatted or extra precision glory. So I think I'm coming around to this PR. We don't want to remove this any type behavior because it is useful on source types. This is like a source any type. And we kind of want this other thing we've got here. I mean, honestly, we could make it be a no type versus any type, or a assume type instead of any type, num type. That's kind of what I would. That's what I would do. Let's find out here. So I think what I might want to do is let this be the existing any type, and then add let's call it num type. It uses numeric type here. Pass-through numeric type is not preserved. Not preserved. This is a little awkward because the name is also empty, but if we run a test here, this should let everything pass. Oh no, we have to, sorry, in aggregator, we have to use 36 num type. Yeah, okay, thank you, I know. Expose it. Yeah. Well, that kind of reminds me of the groundhog from Caddyshack, is that right? I'm alright. Nobody worry about me. I'm not sure if I've seen Caddyshack these days, but it's a movie. Yeah, I think, boy, do I want to even bother with this? I mean, this is semantically more correct. Like, maybe a poor name, num type, but yeah, the idea that you'd have a okay. All the tests pass like this. And so basically we're doing what Keyste suggested, but with a little bit extra runaround instead of being a total hack. Is that valuable? Well, it does. Well, let's find out. Oh, I would have expected that to have an error formatter. So why? Goodness. Worry about me. So if I set this to num type, it does fix it. Well, why? Okay, well, let's figure this out then. This is called n. Okay, so it's not setting num type back. So okay, so for some reason it's not actually setting the average to num type. Huh. Oh, it's already 4:10, so I'm probably going to call it here pretty soon. Let me finish this one out. Wrap it up. Which might take me a half an hour. We'll see. Why wouldn't the... I mean, if I set it to float forcibly... Yeah, you like it, Anya? I mean, fixing bugs, it's not really anything all that sexy. Doesn't set it. I thought that was the whole point of those types, was to force always with the type here. I fixed a couple of bugs anyway. There we go, here's the aggregator. So, type is an aggregator, that's fine. Class aggregator, there we go. So the type in here. So getting the values, first of all, okay, well, so should we say the column type on this thing here? So I create an aggregator column. Oh, it's in the frequency one. I'm adding an aggregator column. There we go. It's this guy. Source call, add calls. Source calls, that's fine. Yep. And for every one of the aggregators, make an aggregator column. And that type should be the aggregator.type. So why wouldn't the column type be forces? Tried and true. Function num type. So the aggregator column shows status of, oh, is this, yeah, okay. I want to actually show a Python expression here. You know, I turned off the command palette. I'm going to have to undo that. I've come to use and love it too. Okay. So show Python, show expression, there we go. That is it. And then I want to see the size average type of the column. No, where's just that? I want to see the type. Go back to types here and give the name of the num type here being num. Okay, so okay. Well, that's definitely interesting. It says, so it's just, okay, so it says that this status here, make agger, make agger, that is the thing there, make agger function num type, and so it's, I guess maybe it's just for some reason not declaring is true. It is though. So the type of the column should be integer type, which, why would that type change it, fixing it? A little bit of magic going on here. See about the type of the column. Also num type. But if I the second time it does it correctly. What? Set type of current column to any. Oh my god. That's me being foolish. Okay. That means that it actually has been working. Okay. So that's me being quite foolish here. Discard, numeric type. No. We'll discard that. Still work. Sure. So I think that's just empty. That's empty. It is not that. Not strictly like this either. Let's see here. So we're adding a num type. Oh, that's interesting. So the reason we want to actually call it a num type is that we should be having it here. I mean, this is completely minor. Well, I'm not sure it's minor, but okay, so let's just look at this. So we got this average. If we plot this, it should work. If we have it being any type, it won't. So num type does the right thing, but doesn't doesn't coerce the value, but it formats it and thinks of it numerically. So it's kind of like a generic, it's a generic number type as opposed to a generic type. I think this is kind of legit. I think this is better change here. And more correctly expresses the intent. Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. I want to give Pekiste credit. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I haven't stashed. I should. We'll stash this. We're gonna check out my branch. We're gonna accept the changes. Okay, we actually want a generic num type to use instead of any type, which will preserve the expected formatting, the value precision in formatting. As this. In this case, it's functionally, in case of this PR, it's mostly equivalent, but allows us to express who else calls is numeric? Okay, so we'll take this PR and apply a few changes on top of it. Okay, so I'll comment and take it. Merge. Sounds good. So I should probably approve it. I'll just do it. Okay. Then we will slash pop. Okay, see you later, Anya. Thanks for hanging out. See you next time. Oh, I just gotta get this done here. So, with that. Oh, it's actually not a num type. This isn't any type. Oh my god, it's not. No, it should be a median, a num type still. Could be a string. That's an unusual case. Okay. Okay, and so that is good, I think. I'll erase that. I know, I'm not intentionally, thanks. Okay, let's push that and call that a day. Thanks a lot, Pikiste, for triggering this discussion and thought. And we're down to 21 pull requests. I'll try some more in a bit. Okay, thanks everyone for being here. And